Oh, yes, we're back again with another banger. Once you come in, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also hit that notification bell so you will be notified once I drop some new content. As I stated in my previous video, I was going to get into the new epidemic of prostitute dating. What we have here, ladies and gentlemen, is a situation that is a result of the society paving a way of pretty privilege, not having any accountability, women just being able to run all over the damn place and do whatever they like. So now it has evolved into because what tends to happen is, as a woman ages, she thinks she's getting better when she's really getting bitter. So her standards don't go up. She tries to tell herself she's such a value that she can dictate the terms and conditions. So it turns into prostitute dating, which is, how much money do you make and what can you do for me? First, you have to front load them. Imagine a woman being passed around, dealing with the sneaky links, thinking that we don't know about the married men that she slept with on the low. All of a sudden waking up and says, I'm the shit. And you got to pay me to date me. Imagine this. See, the cat has been out of the bag for quite some time now. The chickens always come home to roost. The cat is out of the bag. So you have these women thinking they could come to the men dictating what happens. But you see the endless videos, the TikToks, the comments. You see the women's, anytime a woman calls women out for her bullshit, it's not a debate or argument to debunk what she's stating. It's always, you're a pick-me. It's a label, name calling, shaming tactic. You notice this? But these are the most educated women calling another woman names and men names because they called them out on their bullshit. Imagine the most educated person in the room resulting in calling another person a name when they weren't even speaking to them directly. They were just making a point. It's almost like you go in the grocery store, right? You see millions of items, but you only put what you need in your buggy. So you can liken that to social media. You see these posts floating around all day. If they don't pertain to you, why are you in the comments? This is simple logic. If a person got on the internet and said all guys named Chris's are woman beaters, do you think I would be in the comments trying to argue with this fool? And I wouldn't even say fool because they have a right to their opinion. But do you think do you think I'll be in the comments trying to argue with them, telling them they're wrong? It could very well be that person may have dated a lot of Chris's who end up whooping their ass. That could be a possibility. But since I know I don't beat women's asses and never have, why would I be in the comments? Dumbass. But the prostitute dating epidemic, and it actually started and was fueled by the men, because the men really are the culprits here if we want to keep it 1,000. Because we have a crazy trick culture to where a man, he's going to use his money to stand on. And again, I'm not faulting him, but this is just the observation. Some men have to use their money to get women. This is a well-known fact. Some men make excuses on tricking. You see? See, one thing that we have gotten away from is tradition. I like tradition and simplicity. There was no time in history up until now where men were just going around tricking on this chick, dating that chick, getting with this chick, got this chick. Only the kings really had concubines, and they had the concubines because they had the resources. They were rulers. You have men scrubbing up a few dollars to trick, to buy pussy, to go overseas, to go to Vegas, to go to Miami. You see, But these women have men in the tuck who don't do any of that and get everything from them. The more you pay, the less she likes you. I'm going to say that again. The more that you pay, the less she likes. Because that's her incentive of dealing with you. Women will continue. Women want it both ways. They know the perfect man doesn't exist. They know this innately. So what they do, they throw this out on the internet to disqualify most men because they know most men won't meet that mark because they want multiple men. This man may have the money and the looks, but he doesn't have the sex game. He doesn't have the personality. He doesn't have the charisma. He may not have the je ne sais quoi. This man may not have the money, but he has the look in the sex game. She knows this. Because if women were truly monogamous, how are you boyfriend number 6? Think about this. If women was truly monogamous, and I'm leaving him from cheating. If they were truly monogamous, how does she have 3 kids by 2 different men dealing with you with 2 different children? So that's by default a polyamorous relationship. By the very definition. But what they'll do is, and I say this all the time, I do want to reiterate, they will equate because we're not having sex, it makes it null and void. No, because we can be laying up. And you can get a call from your child that's with his father or with her father at the moment. And it could be all kind of chaos taking place at the house that she's at. That woman is going to get out of bed and rush over. You could be having an intimate moment. You could be planning to go to out of the country tomorrow morning. You think she's still going to go if her daughter calls her crying about something daddy did allegedly? Or daddy's new girlfriend or wife did allegedly? That trip is going to be canceled. You see how this works? So what they do is try to get you to front load them out the gate because they know time is limited. You're going to see this mostly with the older women. You're going to see a lot of this. They want to know how much you make off the bat because they want to gauge how to fake it with you. The more money, the faker they're going to be with you. But the guys they like, they don't have to do this rigmarole. They're going to go out of their way to get to him. Guaranteed. They're going to go out of their way to get to him. But the guy she does not like has to do the most. But you must ask yourself again, how did we get here, Date Master? Well, trick culture and the layout of the land. More so the trick culture, because men lead with their wallets because they know women love men with money. They know this. They know women love men with money, but they also know the men with money can, in some cases, be green because it takes a lot of focus to get to the bag. So she is going to create the perfect guy out of about 3 guys. She has Mr. Fix-It. She has the sex. She has her tool, and she has the paymaster. You see, and each man plays their role because each man is going to say, "Well, as long as I get what I want." See, the thing is, this is where the big joker gets slapped on the table. A lot of these men really don't care that they're being a trick as long as they get their desired outcome. See, men are very primal and simple. If getting that ass calls for them to spend $5,000 on the first date, just listen to some of these women's stories. Some of these men will do the absolute most to meet their objective because they're ambitious. So how you do one thing is how you do all things. You see how that works? So it's nothing for a man of means that really has it like that to spend a certain amount of money, even if it's just what's $500 to a guy who just made $40,000 last month? What's $500? What's a $500 dinner date? What's a $1,200 bag? What's a $2,000 trip? When he's made $40,000 for the last 3 months in a row. Nothing. But social media has opened up a can of worms to making women think, hey, you all can live this life. You can live this life. So they're going on a hope and a dream. But in the meantime, they still have needs. Women are primal as well. They're going to get their needs met. And money does not make a woman orgasm. Money really does. It makes them comfortable. It makes them feel secure that they're going to have a place to stay. They're going to, you know, get this feeling of validation, but it does not bring them to an orgasm. Sex and money are the two most powerful influencers on this earth, in this society. But you can argue and say on the earth, in this world, today's world, because they put us in a state of survival instinct. So women are now using their goodies to survive. You just look at the eviction rates. We just discussed this. Shout out to the New Normal Podcast. Make sure you go like and subscribe to that channel. We just discussed this on our last episode. Women are going to do everything they can to survive, and society has created, because once you put people in a panic mode, they're not going to focus on their liberation and their freedom and rights. They're going to focus on surviving the next month. But yeah, we posted about the eviction rates, the repossession rates. And you got these women saying women are outpacing men in home ownership, yet they lead in evictions as well. You see how that double-edged sword works. So to not be on that eviction list, women are going to swallow that pride and dignity and do things that you can only imagine to get that rent paid. I've seen this happen before. I've seen women do all type of things for that mighty dollar because she can't go back home to mommy and daddy. She cannot go back home. She does not want to go back home because if she goes back home, she knows she's going to lose a little bit of leverage. So she has the two guys she has the guy she has to have sex with, and she has the guy she wants to have sex with. Prostitute dating. Whatever she can get, she's going to get it. But I blame you, Tricks, for this dilemma because you continuously pay. But that tide is slowly turning. We're getting some progress. Shout out to, you know, the church. Shout out to, you know, these platforms who are exposing this, who's exposing this issue. But prostitute dating, again, you got these women looking at other women's profile and Instagram and Facebook, seeing what they get and how they move. So they try to mimic. They want to mimic the baddie. Just look at their makeup and style. We haven't told women to put big ass eyelashes on their face. They saw other women doing it and they said, hey, I'm going to do it too. Oh, that's the new trend. Well, I'm going to do it too. Looking like a damn fool. So if they're looking like a damn fool, you don't think they're emulating the same behavior and acting like a damn fool? Fix. We know. And getting the results to where they got to hang out in Home Depot and Lowe's, thinking no one will find out. This is what's taking place. We know. But it's up to us to continue to fight. Don't let this stay on that front line. Fight it and do the work. But again, if you like this video, make sure that you like. You guys let me know what you think about this notification bell so you'll be notified once I drop a new video. Notification bell. It's the Date Master. It's the Date Master.